Okay, guys, welcome back to another edition of Livewire. I am your host, Jared Moore, and Livewire is the program where we take your questions from the chat. On today's program, we're going to be talking about the OSU and College of the Muscogee Nation Extension Program's Master Gardener Program. And so joining us today is Mr. Chris Azbell. He is the College of the Muscogee Nation's Extension Program Coordinator. Chris, thanks so much for joining us today.
Hey, yeah, thanks for having me on the show today. This is exciting time of year. I know it seems like the growing season is coming to an end, but so this is a great time to start educating yourself about your next year's garden. So.
Absolutely, and we're going to have another episode of the gardening show that's going to be coming out soon. We just shot some of it yesterday, so that'll be on the horizon. And then also, if I didn't mention it before, congratulations, and so the audience can know the gardening show actually won a third place for, I think it was Best Multimedia on the Indigenous Journalists Association Awards for this year. So it's now an award-winning gardening show. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, well, that's all to you too, man. It's great footage, great editing, and I think it's a very interesting program that people come back to over and over. They might not hit it right at the beginning, kind of like a big premiere for a show, but as time builds and people find out about it, I think it's something that resonates over time as well. So. Yeah, I've seen a lot of the views keep going up on those shows.
Absolutely. Well, and you guys deserve credit too, because and if you guys in the audience don't know, if you ever watched a gardening show, Chris and Courtney at the Extension Program, they basically do all the scheduling and the booking and come up with the ideas for the episodes and all that stuff. All I do is show up and shoot it and edit it. So you guys are doing really the hard work for it, is the conceptualizing stuff and everything.
Yeah.
But back to the topic, Chris, could you tell us a little bit or what is the Master Gardener Program, and why would people want to take the classes and everything, and what's the end goal with that?
Yeah, so number of years, and Muscogee County, it kind of ebbs and flows in terms of the participation. Historically, the idea was to train up people to be master gardener. They come down, they could assist with the county with horticulture questions. It's a nice group to volunteer. It's a great way to engage in nice networking and camaraderie with people that are like-minded. And so, probably about 2 or 3 years ago, I guess probably about 3 years ago, I reached out to OSU, and they had not had a OSU Master Gardener program in Muscogee County in a number of years. And so we kicked off that first year. I think we graduated 15 people out of that first class. And then we kind of hit a lull. Last year the class didn't make, and so this year we got a new county extension director, CD. She's interim, but she's got a lot of energy. She's from has her master's degree from not Panhandle State, but West Texas State University, and she just really has high energy, and she's over this for OSU, and we partner with us because we offer 10 scholarships to we give Native preference. If we can't get enough 10 Native people that want to get scholarships, then we do give those out to anybody else that's interested. And so we do 10 because that's the minimum number. We want to make sure the class makes and that people kind of stick with it. So this year, the class is actually scheduled to start August 18th. These classes are held on Tuesday at the College of Muscogee Nation, starting at 9:30. And we have a lunch from 12 to 1, which students can eat actually in the Core Values Cafe for $6.25. It's a great meal. And then they'll continue the class from 1 to 3. So basically 9:30 to 3 each week for 11 weeks. And we have a deadline for applications is this coming Friday, which is July 31st. And last check, we had about 10. We had 8 when I first sent this out to you guys. I think now we have 10. They may have 11. But we really like to get the number up to 15 or 20 if possible. And
absolutely,
it's a great opportunity to learn. And I can go down kind of some of the topics just real quick.
Well, and I want to just jump in there, guys. If you're watching this and you want to join this class, get into this program, there's a link in the description of this video. It's the OSU link that you want to click there, and then there'll be a button on that page where you can apply. Like Chris was saying, we need to get as many applications in for it by the 31st of this month. That's this Friday, so they can make sure that the class is gonna happen to have enough applicants. So, sorry, go ahead,
Right.
Chris.
Yeah, and we want people to commit. It's this is not a one-day training. This is an 11-week commitment. There's some continuing education required. There's some volunteer hours required. You can do volunteers with us. You can volunteer at the county extension. It all goes into the pot of volunteerism, and we can track that. It doesn't really take that much. I think it's 30 hours, and they've changed it since last year. I'd have to look and see what the continuing education hours are, but it's not much. But if you volunteer a couple times throughout the year, you're pretty much going to be able to meet the minimum requirements to maintain your status as an OSU Master Gardener. And we partner with them because what we do is we do the Mvskoke Gardener program in the spring. And ours is very similar, but we don't have a lot of the strings attached in terms of the volunteer requirements or the continuing education requirements. We like to, but we know that's not really feasible for everybody. And so ours is kind of open-ended. But the idea is to build this network of master gardeners or Mvskoke gardeners in Muscogee County, in the greater Muscogee Nation, and just keep it going. Every spring, Mvskoke Gardener program. Every fall, we have an OSU Master Gardener program. And really, the OSU Master Gardener program is a deeper dive than what we do. Ours is a lot of high-level stuff. Ours is, cultural-based type things, more hands-on type activities. This one really takes a deep dive, and I'll kind of go over a few of the topics.
Sure, go for it.
They'll cover, basically, they'll do like a little pre-test on the first day and kind of see where you're at. Kind of testing your knowledge. They'll do an orientation, and then they'll cover basically Botany 101, plant physiology, and then we move on to plant diseases, soils and plant nutrition, entomology, which is a big thing because that's one of the major issues with anybody that grows anything. Those bugs are constantly out there trying to eat what you're trying to eat. And so I just in this class alone, I learned that there's good bugs, bad bugs, and people end up killing a lot of the good bugs that are actually will eliminate some of those bad bugs. So vegetables, ornamentals, fruits and nuts. Like I'm gonna have one of my buddies, John Brown. He's got a lot of Muscogee peach trees. I was gonna have him sit in on that fruits and nuts because it kind of talks about how to take care of your orchard, and so. Or your pecan nut trees like pecans. And on the 6th of August, we'll have woody ornamentals. And then people out there that really love turf grass, we'll have a session on turf grass, which is really great. And then on the 20th, we have pesticide safety and handling. That'll be pretty much the last educational class. And then on the 27th will be a final test. And it's open book. I haven't really seen anybody fail that test. It's it's designed to make you pass, but it's also challenge you to kind of push you forward in terms of your knowledge base on horticulture. So
Awesome.
it's a great class, and it's a great networking opportunity, but it's also a great partnership for us. OSU is the lead, and I give all the accolades to Oklahoma State University for bringing all the professors down to teach the class, and we've been partnering with them for 3 years now, and I really hope this class makes because it can be impactful to the Muscogee County and the greater Muscogee Nation.
Absolutely, and we should mention too that the non-Muscogee focused classes that OSU is doing is going to be at the OSU Tech in Okmulgee. Is that correct?
No, actually, all the classes will be held on College of Muscogee Nation campus in our STEM
okay.
building. Yeah, they had some conflicts and some things that were already booked out there, and so I said, hey, let's just do it over here at the college in our STEM building in our auditorium.
Awesome.
And we just did all. We're just going to do all the classes out there. We got great audio visual out there.
Absolutely.
All the technical equipment you need, and I think it'd be a better experience for people. Just because sometimes some of these professors might do something remote, and it'd be easier for them to do that as well.
Awesome. Well, so again, guys, if you're just tuning in, the deadline to sign up for this class to make sure that it happens is the 31st, and that's this Friday. There's a link in the description for you to fill out your application if you want to join. So, Chris, with the Master Gardener program, we've talked a little bit about the stuff that it's going to cover. And at the end of it, though, what would somebody who has that Master Gardener certification have that somebody who doesn't have? You know what I mean? Like, what are some of the benefits of having that Master Gardener certification?
Yeah, I think one is you're going to be connected to all the Master Gardeners in the entire state. They do a state conference that you get to go to, and that's you can do that for your continuing education, camaraderie. You can bounce questions off each other, and then really anything in life is honing your skills, right? So you have this knowledge base that you're getting from the class. If you're going out and volunteering with people, or you're answering questions at the extension office, or you're coming out to our extension office and helping people out, you're building your knowledge base. You're becoming more confident in what you're doing, and you're spreading that knowledge to the community. And so it's a community building initiative, and something that, as Muscogee County grows, the county is really growing in population. I think this is something that we really need to just enhance the quality of life for all of us.
Well, and I think it's also great that the classes are going to be at the College of Muscogee Nation's facilities now. That's a huge jump up for the College of Muscogee Nation to have access to those types of classrooms and everything, and the training to bring those people in, because I know OSU Tech is also, the other educational place in Muscogee that's right next to the college. And so that sharing of facilities is really a great partnership.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I think the College of Muscogee Nation, you're talking about your sphere of influence, is really growing at the college. People are wanting to partner with us. We're becoming more impactful. People it's becoming a destination point. Our enrollment's going up. The size of the college is going up. We're sitting right now for our second round of accreditation, which is a huge thing. And that now we have extension. So we're really out in the community. We don't want to be, in competition with anybody. We want to support and connect the dots of what's already out there. And so that's what we really try to do.
Absolutely. And I want to remind you guys that are watching, if you have a question for Chris, pop it in the chat and we'll ask it. There's a question that's popped up here. T.Y. Pearl is asking, how about doing a homesteader certification? Are you familiar with that? Do you know what he's talking about there?
No, but I just recently we had an Ag Expo a few weekends ago, and one of the individuals there was talking about a homestead conference up in Claremore that is, or kind of an expo conference, is just really skyrocketed. And so that was one of the things that I was going to look into is what does that consist of? And but I know part of homesteading is food preservation and those types of things. So we are actively engaged in trying to ramp up some food preservation classes. And so I think those and probably a number of other things that go with homesteading that we could definitely ramp up. And I appreciate the question, because that is something we're interested in.
He also, T.Y. Pearl also says a beekeeping certification would be cool too. I don't know if you guys could work that out.
We don't do a certification, but we do a beekeeping class, and we do a beekeeping 101, and then we've also done beekeeping field classes. We could probably ramp it up and give people micro credentials for that, maybe like as a similar to what Langston's doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a possibility of getting a certification. But right now, you can come to the 101 class, and then you can come to the field classes, and you can build on your knowledge base. And we should have another bee class coming up in October, I think.
Okay. Well, speaking of that too, apart from the Master Gardener classes that are going to happen, what does the extension have on the horizon in the fall? There's going to be any events or classes that you maybe want to mention at this time?
Yeah, so we have a drone class that we're trying to work into the schedule right now. We had it scheduled for August 18th. Not sure if the instructor is going to be available at that time, so we may have to change it. We have a food preservation class that we moved to September. We have maybe looking at doing a class in the
Chris is.
that
You're breaking up a little bit there, Chris. Give me a second. Let's see if it comes back to normal. While we're waiting on that signal to come back in, Brittany, I see you in the chat there asking. This is at the College of the Muscogee Nation. It's in Muscogee, Oklahoma, which is the capital of the Muscogee Creek Nation. So that's the location of the classes and everything. I don't know if we. Oh, are you there, Chris?
Yeah.
Sorry, we didn't catch the very last part there, what you were talking about. What other classes are you guys going to offer in the fall?
So we're looking to drones.
Yeah, we got the drones.
So like if anybody wants to sit for their 107 utilization of drones in ag or whatever it may be, the nation has a big drone program as well, and so we kind of be partnering with them on that. We have the food preservation classes that is going to be coming out, and then hopefully we're looking at maybe doing. I had a citizen that was interested in doing hemp and construction, and just is there a niche opportunity for natives that maybe have restricted land, or is there an economic opportunity around hemp and construction, not in terms of medicinal marijuana or anything like that, but utilization of hemp in clothing, hemp in construction, and so we're looking at doing a one-day deal on that as well, and. So those are kind of the 3 or 4 things that we're looking at, and we're probably putting out a whole full slate of programming for this next fiscal year. With me, we only have 2 employees, so man, we get kind of we get super busy, and if you work in extension, you realize that you have to work nights and weekends, and we don't mind that. But we also have a 4-H program that we do, and so that's going to be. Going again, the Muskogee 4-H program, Muscogee chapter, that's be kicking off in August, and so between all that, we have a pretty busy slate of activities coming up.
Yeah. Well, and I want to let you guys know too that are watching. There's a link to the College of Muscogee Nation's Extension Program's website in the description of this video, as well as the OSU link, so you can go there and check out what they've got going on. They've got a list of all the events and stuff. Ty Prohl has another question in here. Can the Extension Office help citizens in Tulsa County apply for agriculture, prescribed burns, habitat preservation, etc.? I think he's talking about grants.
We could give them some technical support on their grant applications. If they have a specific thing, they can reach out to us. We'll see how we can fit into that. My colleague, Shelby Lofton, she just created a prescribed burn association for Muscogee County, and she did that with the Muscogee County Association. So she's actually our FERTEP, our Federally Recognized Tribal Extension Program representative from OSU. So she got that off the ground, which is that's a big feat. And so if it's prescribed burn or conservation or whatever it is, that's a lot of different things there. We'll just have to look at the grant application and see what kind of role we would play. But we're here to support our citizens in whatever activities that they decide to get involved with, and so customer service is really our number one thing, and so we'll try to support people as best we can.
Awesome. And so what would be the best way for them to get in touch with you? Is it email or is it call into the extension? I'm assuming everything is on you guys' website, right?
It is. You can give me a call, 918-549-2861. That's my direct number in my office. You can also email me at cazbell@cmn.edu. I respond to every single email. And I may not have the exact answer you need right at that moment, but I'll say, hey, I'm looking into it. I'll get back with you. Make sure that you also get back with me as well. We have a lot of clients, a lot of people taking part in our extension program activities now, so we do get kind of busy. And if it feels like it's taking too long, just reach out to me. And you're never gonna bug me, but don't let me forget about you, because it's not not by any intention by any means. But sometimes we do get kind of busy, and sometimes people's time frames are different than the time frame that I have to get back with them. So, but we, especially if they have a grant application that's due and they need support on that, make sure you get it to us in plenty of time. But we help people out all the time on stuff like that.
Awesome.
And we actually had a citizen that we wrote. Supported in her grant application, and she got a pretty nice grant application just last year, I think.
Great. Well, Chris, I want to thank you for being on the program. There's a question in here for me. T.Y. Prohl's asking, are any new Muscogee gardening episodes on the horizon? T.Y., we should have one maybe on Saturday, if not this Saturday, next Saturday for sure. And then next week, we're going to go shoot a feature on a citizen garden that a citizen contacted Courtney and said they wanted to have their garden featured. So we're going to go shoot that, and then that will be up probably the Saturday after that. So we're definitely going to have some more Mvskoke gardening episodes coming out. And let me check the chat here to see if there's anything else. I don't see anything. Chris, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah.
You guys are doing great work out there and really just grinding it out and expanding the program every year. And so I know for you guys in the audience that maybe don't know, I got an email that was sent out to all of the employees of the nation saying that this program had a deadline of Friday, and the first thing I thought was, let's have Chris on Livewire and we'll try to get those slots filled. So if you're a gardener, you're interested in gardening, you're able to make it to Okmulgee for the classes, I would encourage you to sign up, because if you're a citizen or a tribal citizen, like they're going to be able to get you into this class under a scholarship, and you might not have to pay anything at all, right?
Right, because the cost of the class is basically $150, but we cover up to 10 scholarships at the $150. So we're putting in $1,500 for the class, and let's say for example you're from McIntosh County, and you want to come up here and go to our Master Gardener class. You can do that, and you can actually volunteer and do your continuing education at the McIntosh County Extension office, or you can volunteer at our Extension office. And so you don't. We had last time we had people from Mvskoke County down in Okemah was in our class, so we're open to people that are outside the county as well.
All righty. Well, and T.Y. Prohl made a comment here, and I wanted to see what you thought of it. We are getting close to wrap time, but T.Y.'s asking if you could offer telecasts online. I think what he's saying is, would it be possible to live stream these classes when they happen, or is that something that can't be done?
Maybe, depends on if the student is wanting to attend the class remotely, or they're just wanting to watch it like remotely.
Right.
So I'd have to get with Oklahoma State University on that.
Right.
It would just be.
It would have to be a situation where somebody enrolls, because there is a cost to the class, guys. Like if you get your application in before this Friday, there's a possibility that the College of Muscogee Nation Extension could give you a scholarship to attend the class, but otherwise it would be a paid class. So I don't think they could stream them on YouTube. Would it be something, do you think, maybe could be recorded and put it online after the fact, or is it? I know that they don't do that really.
Well, yeah, I think probably a lot of these are on OSU's website already. So if you get on OSU's website and you look up entomology, OSU Master, they probably have these classes already on there.
Okay.
So this particular class, you could probably engage in these educational opportunities online at a self-paced type thing.
I see.
You wouldn't necessarily be an OSU Master Gardener, because you have to come in, take the pre-test, take the post-test, and then do your continuing education and your volunteer hours, and you get a nice little badge, and you can put on your resume. And these Master Gardeners, they come and go. People get really, really involved, and they kind of flake out. So it's understandable, and it's not just horticulture people; it's everybody out there that kind of you get really passionate about something and you move on. So that's okay too. If you just want to do it for a short time, that's okay.
All righty. Well,
Yep.
Once again, thanks, Chris, and thanks to you guys out there for tuning in today. We are at 24 minutes, and so I'm going to wrap it up for today. On the horizon for the channel, we are going to have a Lawyered Up. I know I told you guys about the Lawyered Up coverage. There was supposed to be a Lawyered Up at the start of July, but Representative White Cloud's court date got moved to August. So we're definitely going to probably have one after August 3rd, that week sometime. I've got a bunch of topics to talk about on Lawyered Up, and then also we're going to have, like I said, some more Mvskoke gardening episodes coming to you guys. And with that being said, Mado Hadom Chihichat Lees.
Mado.